All right, there's so much interest in Tesla, and Katie does just an amazing job on this, highlighting our cycle low timing tracker, which is just something that's fantastic for people that are very interested in looking at what happens in cycle analysis around the time that you get to market troughs, where those lows are supposed to come and where there's a very high risk period, and when the markets are proving that they're ready to go back up. So this is really important. She's going to look at the weekly and daily in Tesla, and I think you're going to love it.
Hi, I'm Katie with askSlim. Let's take a look at the Cycle Low Timing Tracker. This is a recently developed tool for our Level 3 and 4 members. Its purpose is to call attention to opportunities that may be setting up both going into and coming out of cycle lows. Today I want to focus on this section here. Generally speaking, symbols that appear in this box are expected to show weakness, maybe even breakdowns in their current daily cycles, because those daily cycles correspond to a period of time on the longer intermediate term time frame when we're expecting weakness and for lows to form. So one of the symbols in this box right now is Tesla. Let's take a look at the chart of Tesla. This is a 10-year weekly chart of Tesla. We have cycle brackets on the bottom that show an average cycle length of 24 weeks, with the purple spikes showing where the actual cycle lows occurred relative to the average. The blue vertical dashed lines over here show a period of time around the ideal cycle bottom when we expect the current cycle to form a low and start moving up into the next intermediate term cycle. And that period of time for Tesla is between June 27th and August 5th. One other feature of our askSlim weekly charts is our proprietary momentum indicator, the Reversal Scout. This green and purple ribbon on the chart, green for positive momentum and purple for negative momentum. As you can see, we currently have negative momentum on the Tesla weekly chart. So taking a look at the last couple cycles, this one was basically a sideways consolidation after some good advances in the prior cycles. We made our cycle low right here and then had another strong advance on positive momentum. That area around $1,200 started to give Tesla a little trouble. You can see the Reversal Scout turned negative right here, and the cycle ended up giving back most of that advance. We made our cycle low right here, getting below the 78.6% fib and bouncing back up from that area. So although this is a positively configured cycle, meaning it ends higher than where it began, because we gave up so much of that advance, the probabilities favored not being able to take out that cycle high. We got an upturn in momentum as we began the rising phase of this cycle. Then we made it up to the 78.6% fib of this move from here to here before we rejected from that level. We got a Reversal Scout that turned negative, and then we got this decline that broke through the cycle low support, both the current cycle low support and that of the previous cycle. So then we were able to create a minor resistance zone using the current cycle high and that recent low. If Tesla were able to get up into that zone, we would consider it a good short side opportunity for a decline into this cycle low timing period that I mentioned earlier from June 27th to August 5th. Here is our daily chart of Tesla. Now this one you can see two sets of cycle brackets on the bottom, and that's because we have two out-of-phase cycles at play here that are both showing an influence. So starting right here, you can see both cycles moved up together in their rising phases on negative momentum. Now the daily chart momentum has both the Reversal Scout as well as the slim ribbon, which colors the candles green, gray, or red, depending on the momentum. So even with both cycles pushing up, Tesla was only able to tag the very bottom of this resistance zone at about $950 before turning down and breaking through that cycle low support. Once that happens, probabilities favor declining through the remainder of the cycle, and that's what happened. We reached the bottom of this target zone at the correct timing for the cycle that's represented by this black cycle bracket. then we moved up into the rising phase of that next cycle, right here. And we've had this small decline as the cycle represented by the blue dashed cycle brackets has ended. So now we have that next blue dash cycle in a rising phase and the black cycle peaking and getting ready to start its declining phase. The slim ribbon is still currently showing negative momentum as of today, with the possibility of neutralizing if we can get a little bit more of a move up into this zone. So what we're looking for is maybe a bit more upside into this resistance zone and then a decline into the daily cycle timing window between June 21st and June 30th. Now that date range corresponds with the very earliest part of the cycle timing window from the weekly chart, which is why it's found in the in sync box on the cycle low timing tracker that I showed at the beginning of the segment. Now this period of time out here, when the blue dash cycle as well as the next black cycle bottom also corresponds with that weekly cycle timing window and is likely when we'll get our intermediate term low. But for this cycle, our short-term target levels would be here between this 78.6% fib at 657.39 down to the cycle low support at 620.57. Back on the intermediate time frame, our longer term targets would be down to the bottom of this target zone at 609.38, and then if it gets below that, our next target is down here around this cycle low support level at 539.5, and lower even would be this fib extension at about 461.5. If you'd like to learn more about the cycle low timing tracker and all of the tools that we offer at askSlim, please visit our website, askSlim.com.
All right, great work, Katie, on that. Really, that cycle low timing tracker is spectacular.